Hi there, my dear friends. Greetings. My name is Saeed. I am an online English language teacher, and this is another video lesson from the series of episodes regarding the vocabulary for the IELTS speaking section. In this very episode, we're going to be focusing on work, a very interesting topic. So, if you are employed, or maybe you're getting the necessary qualifications for a job, or maybe you're still trying to figure out what kind of career you're interested in, you will need to be able to tell the examiner about this if you are asked questions about work. The words and expressions that you will come up in this lesson will be very handy in case if this topic really pops up in your real IELTS speaking. Alright? Just as always, the same suggestion. Try to pay specific attention at the words and expressions that are highlighted in orange or yellowy color. Alright? And now, without further ado, we shall move on to the speaking part 1. Okay, so part 1 style questions. Question number 1. What do you do? Sasha, well, that's probably either female or male because that's a unisex name, okay? So Sasha believes that this is the good answer. So she says, or he says, I do a job share with a friend in a boutique. I enjoy it. I like working with customers. Unfortunately, it's only temporary work, but one of the perks of the job is I get a discount on the clothes. Wow, what a great job. I believe that this gentleman or a lady is probably a very young person. Yeah, actually I do have one student who is like attending my real life classes of English, and she's young, charming, amazing girl, and she's a student, and she's actually working part-time in a clothes boutique in a fashionable creme de la creme region of Moscow. So I guess this is like something exactly about her. Alright, so question number 2. Do you have any career plans yet? Carly, that's I think another girl's name, is responding, yes, I'd like to be my own boss one day. I'm interested in programming and I'd like to create apps for myself or for other companies. I know being self-employed would be a challenge, but the idea of doing a 9-to-5 job does not appeal to me at all. Okay. And the final question, number 3. What do you see yourself doing in 10 years' time? Marie is responding, I'd hope to be working, not a high-powered job, but I'm quite a creative person, so something where I can work with my hands would be nice. As long as I'm not stuck behind a desk doing something boring in a dead-end job, I'll be happy. Okay, well, these were some fantastic answers to some interesting questions, alright? Now we shall move on to the speaking part 2, okay? And here is our cue card. Describe your ideal job. You should say what this job is, whether you would need any qualifications to get this job, whether it would be easy to get this job, and say why you would enjoy this job in particular. Okay guys, I think here is the right moment for me to tell you that you can, and maybe even ought to, stop the video here, like pause the video, take a little time, maybe it's like 60 seconds to write out any thoughts or ideas regarding this question, and allow yourself to have 2 minutes of time to act out this very answer to the question, just as if you are in the test environment, pretending to be answering to the examiner, either face-to-face or by video chatting online. It will be a really cool thing for you to practice. And also you can resume the video when you're done, so you can see the model band 9 answer in the next few seconds. Alright, so here it is. Max, that's the guy's name, he tells us the following story. I have always loved watching wildlife programs on TV, and often thought how much I'd enjoy working with animals. Perhaps in a safari park? Something like that. You know, you'd probably need a degree to have any chance of being called for an interview, and whether there are many full-time jobs, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of parks rely on voluntary work, so it might not be easy. And it probably wouldn't be well paid either. But money isn't everything. I would get so much job satisfaction. I cannot imagine it being the kind of job where you get stuck in a rut, and I think I'd be good at it as well. I'd love to work with animals. I enjoy manual work, and I'm a good team player. So even though the working conditions might not be the best, I think that would be my ideal job. Oh, that was a compact, concise, interesting answer. All right. So now, my friends, we shall move on to the speaking part 3, okay? And the first question in the speaking part 3 style questions is, if there are a limited number of jobs available, who should be given priority? Young people or older people with more experience? Again, this classic dispute over the young energy versus the experience of the age. I don't know, it's very, very cliche, but I wonder what Melinda would say. So she says, things are so different these days. A few years ago, older employees would often take early retirement or go onto part-time contracts, and there were always opportunities for younger people, but now jobs are so scarce. I think younger people need to be given the chance whenever possible. Okay. The second question is, what are some of the important things a candidate should find out before accepting a job? Ali, that's the guy's name, is responding. Well, you'd need to know about your area of responsibility and your salary, of course, and then there are things like holiday entitlement, maternity or paternity leave, if you're thinking of having children and what the situation is regarding sick leave, that kind of thing. All right. And the final question, what are the advantages of having your own business rather than working for someone else? Natalie gives her straight answer. Well, unfortunately, being an employee at the moment is very stressful. People have very heavy workloads. They're always under pressure to meet deadlines. Running your own business isn't easy, but I do think it would be far more satisfying. Okay, guys, we are done with all 3 sections, and now it's a high time to move to the vocabulary, okay? We will be talking about the definitions. All right. To be called for an interview, that means to be invited to attend an interview. To be your own boss means to have your own business. Like, nobody gives you orders. The only person you accept orders from is you. A dead-end job, it's a job with no promotional opportunities. So you're like stuck there and you have no chance to, get promoted, get a higher position. To do a job share means to share the weekly hours of work with another person. A good team player is somebody who can work well with other people. Full-time, this is the number of hours that people usually work in a complete week. A heavy workload means to have a lot of work to do. A high-powered job, an important or powerful job. Well, I would say being a president is a high-powered job. Holiday entitlement, this is the number of days holiday allowed. Job satisfaction, the feeling of enjoying a job, like you love it. For example, I have a huge job satisfaction because I feel that I'm somewhat helping you guys out there to improve your spoken ability, and to pick up some fantastic expressions for your speaking. Manual work, that is the work that requires physical activity, like manual, all right? Like hands. Maternity leave, this is time off work given to a woman about to have a baby, all right? So like a pregnant woman, she's about to give birth to her, child, and she's going to need to have some time to, do that stuff. And this is called the maternity leave. Okay, so to meet a deadline means to finish a job by an agreed time. A 9 to 5 job, this is like a normal job that consists of an 8-hour day, approximately. One of the perks of the job, well, this fantastic phrase, I love it. I suggest you kind of highlight it and learn it first thing. An extra benefit you can get from a job. For example, like a parking space, like a free parking space in a lot of American jobs is considered to be like a perk of the job, okay? So part-time means working less than full-time. To run your own business, that's the same as to be your own boss, to have your own company. To be self-employed, well, this is like either to have own business or to be a freelancer. For example, like if you are a programmer, like a software developer, you can either create a company where you're going to hire the same like software developers who will be working under your guidance, or you can like post some like announcement in the freelancer websites that you are available for some projects, and you can still get the orders and decide, you know, the pace, the payment rates and everything. So this is kind of also being your own boss. All right. So next word would be sick leave. Time allowed off work when the person is sick. To be stuck behind a desk means to be unhappy in an office job. All right. To be or to get stuck in a rut, that means to be in a boring job that is hard to leave. To take early retirement, this is to retire early, like to reach an age when you are allowed to stop working for a living. So it's like a pension, you know. Temporary work means like work done for a limited time only. Voluntary work means to work without pay, and to be well paid is to earn a good salary, earn a good money. Yeah. So we have two final expressions: working conditions, like the hours, salary, and other entitlements that comes with the job. Whether you have a cubicle or like a whole office, whether you have an air conditioner and TV set or aquarium with fish, gigantic panoramic window, well, you know, these are probably working conditions. To work with your hands means to do manual work. Okay? Well, my friends, thank you so much for staying with me today. That was a very interesting lesson in my opinion. We studied quite a lot of things, and we have probably learned like, you know, a great deal of fantastic expressions which can be very useful. And I will be very happy if you come to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button, and maybe leave a positive comment or something like that. And just stay tuned for the next videos. We have, again, a lot of interesting things planned, and we have more topics coming. Before, I used to be doing like only one lesson per day. Now I think I'll probably be doing a couple of lessons per day to increase my overall productivity. So thank you so much, and enjoy the day. Bye.